Hello everyone, I'm John, and I'm here with my 2020 Jeep Gladiator, and it's time to change the air filter. I only have 10,000 miles on the Jeep, but it's been very dusty this summer. We've driven on a lot of really dusty roads, and so I'm going to go ahead and change this out because the whole engine compartment is covered in dust. So I need to clean it up, and I figure if it's covered in dust, this is probably covered in dust. So I bought this from the local Jeep dealership. It was 26 bucks, which is a little bit more, but pretty comparable to what you can buy them online. This is a Mopar filter, and I'm not going to get into the argument of cold air filters and oil filters or anything like that. For today, I just want to change out this with a genuine Mopar filter. The filter sits in this box right here, and there are 5 screws that it takes to lift this top part of the filter cabinet up and away from the bottom part. There's a band on the hose that connects from the intake to the filter box, and I went ahead and loosened that hose up so that it would be easier to show how to get the filter out. I think you can do it without taking this all the way off and leaving that attached, but I went ahead and loosened it up to make this a little easier in demonstration. So first we get the screws out. To get the screws out, there's the screw heads have a Phillips head, a flathead, and an 8mm metric socket head. I found that either the Phillips head or the socket head were the easiest on these screws. My flathead screwdriver did not particularly like these screws, and either the Phillips head or the socket were both easy enough to get in. Once all the screws are out, and the band is loosened on the air intake hose, then it's really easy to just lift this up and pop it free, just like that. I'm going to set this to the side, and we'll pull out the air filter. We can see it's not terrible, but we can see the buildup of dirt inside of there, and there's a fair amount of dust in there. So I think it's well worth making the change. Plus, we can see that inside the compartment is actually pretty dusty and nasty. So the next thing I'm going to do is take this to the next level and go ahead and suck out that excess dirt and grime that's in there. I'm not going to wipe it all down, but I do want to go ahead and get some of those leaves and hay and other things that are inside of that compartment out. So now that we've got it all cleaned out, I'm going to take the new filter and slip it into place. Make sure it seats down in there nicely. And then I can take the box top and slip it back onto the air intake hose. Slips back into place, just takes a little maneuvering, and at this point we simply put the screws back in and tighten them down, retighten our hose clamp, and the job is done. So let's get those screws back on now. Now as I'm tightening them, I'm going to be extra careful because these are metal coarse thread screws, and they go down into plastic, and what I don't want to do is tear up the plastic as I tighten them up. So I'm being a little careful as I get them down to the tight point that I don't over tighten them and rip them apart. So I think that's plenty good right there. And finally, we tighten up this hose clamp. And it's another one that we just need it snug Don't want to over tighten it. Now, with all the screws in place, the air filter is changed out. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this is helpful. If you need to change yours out, hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you.